Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me this week. So this week I'm going to be discussing this question: what is concept-based mathematics? What is conceptual mathematics? So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts about what is concept-based mathematics, then please keep on watching. Okay, this week I'm going to be talking about what exactly is concept-based mathematics or conceptual mathematics. Now, all maths teachers and mathematicians agree that mathematics is a language of conceptual relationships. So everything that we actually study in mathematics and the language and symbols that we use are conceptual ideas. And a concept is an organizing idea that is timeless, it's abstract to varying degrees, it's universal, it's transferable, it's one or two words, or it could be a short phrase, and examples share common attributes. So if we think about different topics that we actually teach in mathematics, everything that we learn in mathematics is a concept. Now, what is conceptual maths or concept-based maths? It basically is about focusing on deep understanding. We want our students to deeply understand the concepts in mathematics, not just be able to rote, memorize, and do a lot of different skills and algorithms, but what are the actual understandings that come from the mathematics itself? And let me give you an example. So a common lesson that many teachers use to teach students about the concept of pi and ratios is looking at lots of different circles, getting a piece of string. We measure the circumference with the piece of string. We then measure the diameter and we look at the ratio. So the understanding that we want students to have about that ratio and pi is that with all circles, that ratio is fixed. So for all circles, the ratio of circumference to diameter is this wonderful fixed constant that we happen to call pi. The understanding from that is not about memorizing what pi is in terms of its digits, because it goes on forever. It's an irrational number. It's also not about asking our students to memorize that pi is 22/7, because that's only an approximation anyway. So the important idea is about ratios, and that all circles, no matter how big or small, the circumference to diameter is always going to be that wonderful fixed constant. And I can say that there are important understandings for every single mathematics topic and idea. And so if we were going to help students understand mathematics deeply on a conceptual level, we as teachers have to identify what are those important ideas. And we encapsulate those important ideas into statements, which we call generalizations. So generalizations are sentences that connect two or more concepts in a sentence of relationship. So for the circles example I gave, a generalization may be that the ratio between circumference and diameter of all circles remains a fixed constant. That number does not change regardless of however big or small your circle is. And the third point that I want to make about conceptual maths, concept-based maths, is that there is a lot more student agency, because one of the important tenets is that we focus on deep conceptual understanding, and that can only be achieved if students have more agency and ownership over their learning. And so how do we give our students more agency and ownership over their learning? It's through an inductive inquiry learning approach. We want students to explore the concepts. We want them to arrive at these deep conceptual understandings through an inductive learning approach, which means that they are given specific examples first before then allowed to generalize and arrive at generalizations themselves. So there were 3 points that I mentioned today about what is concept-based mathematics. One, it's about those important ideas in mathematics, not just focusing on the processes and skills and doing mathematics, but the understandings that come from the mathematics itself. 2, identifying those important conceptual ideas called generalizations. And with these generalizations, they help us to plan learning experiences. And 3, concept-based mathematics is about inductive inquiry learning, where we give our students more agency and ownership over their learning. So thank you so much for joining me this week. I hope to see you next time.